Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of MTG Arena Run. Today we are doing Brawl Builder challenge. So this is where we have to make a brawl deck using a legendary from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in this case. And we're gonna go with the Neutrinos on this one. I originally considered doing a Krang deck, pretty much to all artifacts. But I kind of wanted something faster, and we got some interesting choices on it being faster. Of important note, Chromox and Ancient Tomb are not banned in this format. I will highlight that Ajani is banned, and let's see if we can get that one. Yeah, and Ragavan is also banned, so we don't have those options. But what we have here, so this is an alliance deck. So air quotes, it's about other creatures entering the battlefield. So in this case, this one has a very simple effect. It gets +1/+0 until end of turn, and when the neutrinos attack, exile one creature, return a battlefield control tapped and attacking. So it's about recycling a lot of these ETB and or attack triggers here. So we're trying to work with that one. So what's our re-trigger effects here? Panharmonicon is on the table here. Then let's see. Panharmonicon's on the table. Delny Streetwise Lookout's on the table. Most of the creatures here are gonna be 2 or less. Actually, I think I might have forgotten one card. If this is first. Yeah, we could have added this one for additional combat steps, but I decided to not include it this time. It is a free add. There's plenty of cards here that we can take out, but so it's pretty much Panharmonicon, Delny, and Firebender Ascension. Though it's a bit of an eclectic mix. We are kind of aiming for, and an Airbender Ascension as well. We are kind of aiming for getting the double effect here. So we do have ways to tutor, like say Turtles Forever, though probably not gonna get Delny, but we can probably get some other good stuff this way. Recruiter of the Guard is probably more relevant here. Also of note, we have the Neutrinos Aurelia War Leader combo, so that's something we can be on the lookout for. Oh yeah, we also have Elish Norn as a double effect here, and we have a token. Oh yeah, we also have Wingcrag Siege for attack triggers. And we have our and we have the classic. We have the classic with Waystone's Guidance, and it combos with Thunderbond Vanguard. So this is another way for us to win here. But all in all, it's pretty much about getting a sizable board and then gaining control of the situation. So we're gonna see how this one pans out here. Early testing, we did get the Thunderguard Awakener set up there. That one is really powerful. Another one, we did have a battle against a Krang deck. So this one, we have the Thunderbond Vanguard. We don't exactly have. Oh, I should probably be adding Anim Pakal here. But we do have some early removal, which is quite relevant for a deck like, say, Raph and Mikey. So, take the early hit. We are mostly white right now. And we'll probably just drop Arabella here. Next turn is pretty much Wingsguard Crag. We're probably going to drop Charming Prince to start searching for stuff. Yeah, our opponent's pretty much going to try to ramp up to this one. That's something that we're going to see quite a bit here. We could also do Thunder on Vanguard, but I'm thinking that we could do a combo with Neutrinos if we can get that instead. We kind of want to scry through here. And we could use one land, but I don't think I want this. Actually, no, we'll just bin them all. Not super top heavy here. And we also have quite a lot of incidental life gain. There's the usual Soul Warden, Lunar Veteran, so we have quite a ways of gaining life. When it goes natural order, sacrifice, search, okay. So this is where it's a good thing that we have a lot of spot removal. And we're not giving our opponent 15 life. We'll happily give them another land instead. Now, this one doesn't exactly combo with every... We did add almost every alliance creature, but it doesn't exactly combo with every alliance creature. But we do have other alternate triggers here, like this one. This one doesn't fit the power 2 or less team, but it does ping our opponent, so there is that. Right now, I'm hoping that I can save this one for the first shot at Rafat Mikey. Earthbender Ascension is fine. Grab a mountain this time. This time we can run the Neutrinos here. Get a free ping, get a free attack, and our opponent is not gonna wait. Looks like we got them there. Yeah, having the spot removal is quite key. We might be in trouble if we run into an opponent that if we don't hit our spot removal on time. Our spot removal pieces, Path to Exile, Swords to Plowshares. We have Lightning Bolt, Chain Lightning, Lightning Strike. We have a Molten Impact. We have an Abrade. We have a Amizium Mortars, which can go wide in a pinch. But we also have Get Lost and Fateful Absence. And that does not include our various Skyclave Apparition, Brandisher, Priest type effects. So looks like we now have the opponent on the attack trigger matchup. Definitely wanting to keep this one. If we can start doubling our Agris cost triggers, this can be quite brutal. But we're definitely gonna be starting out Firebender Ascension into Delny. So Delny will double trigger this. We will get a double trigger here, so we can actually exile one of our opponent's stuff if we can hit our 4th land. Opponent going Isamaru, Hound of Honda. That's a classic. That's a classic in its own right. Interesting note is that we can attack the... So... The opponent did not discard. So I have two choices. I can... Oh, I should have grabbed another white. I would have been able to path and wear Fox Bodyguard here. Probably just go Delny in this case. Some growing pains here. And I think we might be able to convince our opponent to block this guy. If not, we're getting some removal. We are gonna get some removal for Delny. Delny is one of these must kill effects especially if you know what you're playing. So I'm expecting a burn spell here. Yep, that's a given. So this time our opponent might discard. They didn't discard the card last time, and I don't think they're going to do so. I guess we will give. Yeah, Quarry Steel Cutter is also in here because we will be casting a lot of we will be doing a lot of double spelling here. The opponent does Swords to Plowshares our creature instead. Now this does not have an attack trigger, so... And we're probably gonna swing. It's a shame that if we could have put this down first, these would be really large monks. Opponent drops Tajik, which prevent all non-combat. That is a very good combo. So Isomar is going to become a bit swole here. We do have to take this out first. So yeah, this is where our lack of mana is going to become an issue. So here we at least get, we force our opponent, and our opponent is hitting all their mana drops, so that's a problem for us. We really need to hit our 4th mana. Shame we don't have the Delny anymore. It was actually just... Yeah, we have to take the 10 here. Yeah, this one's a bit unfortunate. We just got stuck on mana, and now everything has ward. We really got stuck on mana here. We have no outs on this one. It's a bit of a shame, but that's how it is. So it is one case of being more aware of our mana base here. We did have the trigger combos and stuff, but we just did not have the mana. We just didn't have the mana to keep pushing. Okay, we definitely are keeping this one though. 2 pieces of removal, which we can use to buy time for the moment. But is it going to be the case where if we do not... Birds of Paradise, that is probably worth bolting, I guess. This is probably the most expensive bolt, but we kind of have to do it. So I'm hoping to hit 4 mana so we can do Quarry into Thalia. Collector. So now it's the battle of hitting 4 mana. And it is able to ride the shoe pup. So we are not blocking. Do they have a fight spell? That would be more problematic. It would have been an argument for taking this out first. Yeah, are we just gonna... If we just grab Delny, we can now just throw Recruiter under the bus this time. Ooh, they have a strip. Oh yeah, strip mine would also be available here. Probably the most painful thing to happen to us. Now that we hit our 3rd land, that's... So let's see, First Strike Lifelink doesn't do much. And I think we just play the Witty Rose Master and pass. Yeah, being this landlight is a real problem here. Yeah, we can concede this one. Wow, do I have to... We did hit our 4th land, but our opponent had land destruction. Yeah, this... I would gladly trade not having Chromox and an Ancient Tomb for not there being strip mine. So, and for the record, we are running 38, so it's a little bit, but on an average of 2.5, it should be fine. It's probably just some really bad luck for us here. We don't exactly have quite a bit of land draw. I did make some changes to add a few additional scry effects. Aside from Charming Prince, April O'Neil is also there. Okay, at least Soul Warden buys us some time. Team Avatar would be a nice addition. Yeah, we'll just play the land first. So what I'll most likely do is flash in Felia just at end of turn. Opponent's not exactly doing anything. That's super weird. It's just the start of the game. So what's... We do have the combo, but we're a ways away from getting there. We kind of need a bit of ramp to make it work, and probably a few other creatures would be nice as well, so that we... No, we just pass. Opponent is there, but I have no idea why they thought it was a good idea to just burn the timer. It could also be possible that their phone might, if they're playing, especially if you're playing on mobile, that one is super sensitive to... That one's super sensitive to connection issues, so... Opponent discarded the Ooze. Reluctant role model, sure. So I could just... Let's see. Okay, sure. We'll attack here. Turn. See if our opponent wants to trade. Yeah, they usually do. And we can pass. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention Team Avatar would... You might have an hexproof effect. Uno safety, okay, sure. So probably put the counter on... Okay, putting the counter in Aspirant, so they will... So we'll see which one they put. We probably just end up dropping Paragon's Warden here. And we can reset their aspirant. Now that said, they might be interested in dropping Mikey and Leo so that they can start drawing cards. Now this only triggers once, so not getting an additional trigger here. But they can put an additional counter here, so that's something. So we take the hit. So take our Arid Mace. Yes. I guess I can wait one turn. So I can... So I could blink. I could also just blink this one, force them to... Yeah, we'll just blink Fairgrounds Warden. So let's see if they want a double block. And now we can use Fairgrounds Warden to take out Aspirant. Okay, so let's see what our opponent's up here. I'm hoping they do not have removal for either Neutrinos or the Aurelia War Leader much later. Because right now my play is simply just going to be Lita. Also of interesting note is that Neutrinos is also a good blink effect here. I just want to see what they want to drop. Terra Symbiosis for... Okay, draw that many cards. No blocks. So going again for Lifelink this time and into still. Ooh, Delny's really nice here. But so let's see. I like what we have here. So I just put a +1 counter on Lita. We will take out the Brawl model, get our extra hit. Oh yeah, it puts it in attacking, so there is that. So that's something to keep in mind. Tapped and attacking is a bit of an issue if you do this, but thankfully we were still able to take out their creatures with it. I would have probably played Mikey and Leo first unless they have something else. So I'm hoping to dodge spot removal here. I'm hoping to dodge spot removal or reach creature or basically a flyer here. That's what I'm hoping to dodge. White rigging, that just adds counters. They need to have a creature with power 7 or greater, so not quite getting that one yet. Five, sure. So let's see if they have a follow-up. Okay, they probably don't. Now we can keep that. So this one, so it will untap first. So we want to trigger it like this. Neutrinos always goes first. So that'll be tapped and attacking. But then because the other trigger is still on standby, we can untap. And then we can... Yeah, and that's good game. We got the lock there. So at least... So shout out to Legend VD for showing that combo. Though he did show it for standard. It's still nice. It's a nice to have option for Brawl. It's always nice to have that extra option. Let's do one more. Let's do one or two more games here. So again to remember, you really want to hit all your mana. So 2 mana is really sketchy. 3 mana. This 3 mana is fine. So I want to lead into Mighty Newton. This is one of the better ones. I'll keep it on top, but I'm probably gonna regret it. There's also an argument for like playing Voice of Victory first, but one's playing Heir Apparent. Okay. So airbend up to 1 target creature. So usually for the Heir Apparent deck, you want to constantly keep reducing their... You want to keep reducing their numbers as much as possible. If you can stifle the first few hairs, the much later ones are a non-issue here. I guess we play Voice. Airbender Ascension. Oh wait, we could have done it the other way around. Opponent will want to block that. So we're kind of giving them one freebie here. But it looks like you're stuck on mana. So this time we're not in a hurry to get our attack triggers here. Okay, so the okay, we're gonna play Neutrinos first here. This allows us to start doing blinking on end step. So sure they're able to get quite a lot right now, but I think we should be able to pare them down soon. Now the thing is, we actually don't want to. Actually, no. I'm okay with doing it here because the one that we want to. Oh, we have to remember it's tapped and attacking, so we don't exactly. So we could blink it just to start paring it down a bit. It also starts getting us an attack trigger here. Because I can also just blink it normally, so I don't have to... Does our opponent have it? Or is it... Okay, they are kind of emptied out here. They probably would... Yeah, we won't be able to block this one. And that this is like 11, 12... Actually... So 2, 4... 8, 9, 10... Yep, we're dead. This was each creature, so that is, yeah, that's a little bit of a shame. We did not have enough removal to stifle them early. Once they hit that fourth land, that was an issue. We did, so 10 pieces of removal. So we probably would have wanted more removal. We just didn't happen to hit it. So this is a very... We do have our early mana, but we have nothing to do with this. Okay, this one is somewhat better here. So if our opponent does a 2-drop, we can... Nope, not gonna... They're not dropping this yet. So we can... I think we just play Arabella first. This will force removal this will force a larger... So our opponent's playing snow covered, so they could have frostbite. Okay. And we'll just do this now. And no, looks like our opponent concedes right there. I guess first strike lifelink is enough to dissuade our opponent here. We would have also been able to... We didn't exactly have that many drops, but we would have been able to drop quite a few there. Let's see. Let's go for one. So if you are concerned about opponents going wide, there are quite a few options that there are quite a few options that we could use. Burn down the house. You probably would want to opt for, like, say, a Day of Judgment, etc. As an option. So okay, we have early removal into at least an early creature. So there is something. So next turn, probably just play the okay, medallion. Okay, so punch it. I don't have a we'll just probably drop the carnival and attack. I would love to get the double trigger here. Lava Spur boost, haste and ward. But what are they getting back? Okay. Yeah, I am quite willing to spend. Now this is enters or attacks, so I might want to play Oh, I could just brutal Qatar buy some time, but I think I might take the. One is gonna try to buff this up quite a bit. Still double check. It's still Ward 1. Oh, not Ward 1 anymore. We are taking a hit here. So we might want to leave Wingnut on defense here. Okay, so gonna suspect it. Let's give it flying, but I'm not gonna swing with it though. So attack. Target the one target creature we own. Yeah, unfortunately they have way too many artifacts. They still have way too many artifacts that this is gonna still be quite cheap. I probably might have been better off going for this one. I already paid for the ward. This doesn't have natural trample. Yeah, we kind of made a mistake on this one. Because they will then just be able to transfer that. So hello? Say. Still trying to get still trying to get at least one more win. I know we can do it. We did make a mistake on that. Yeah, the correct play was to go for the enforcer, but there's still a chance that our opponent would have had follow-up creatures, so it would have been really hard. Definitely not keeping this. This one's sketchy, but we do have to try. hoping okay, we don't have to remove anything, so that lets us borrow Signet for the time being. This gives us 3 mana total. Upgraded plus the Direction Arena. Okay, our opponent isn't quite doing much yet. This only hits creatures, so we probably just go with the Witty Rosemaster here. Opponent's main goal is to cast our stuff. So I could just play. I could just play the Devilish Ballet here. Neutrinos. Let's just play the. Actually, there's an argument for say playing Arabella instead, so that we could start getting triggers in. But yeah, the moment our opponent. Okay, this is just. Okay, this one's just our opponent dropping it. They are down to 12. That said, we can still target the frog. Though this is a 6/7, so can't believe they printed that. Again, okay.
Knowledge is a virtue. Our goals align, so you have my aid.
Gain some life, draw a card. Typical boring stuff.
My plan bears fruit.
Down to 4. They could draw a card, go down to 3, but I would have to wait quite a bit. So this is their way of gaining life. They do go down to 2, but they can they could pretty much finish me with what they have. I would need to say hit like what, a lightning bolt. Siege. So what's the combo piece that they're gonna search for this time? Shieldred. Okay, we can concede now. That pretty much combos to draw them cards and they'll get their life back up. We needed to hit a burn spell there. Honestly, this is why I'm still not a fan of seeing ranked brawl. Like, I know they're trying to experiment with it. They're trying different ban lists, but honestly, it takes the fun out of it. Okay, we have a good, decent mix here. Even if it's just Rumor Gatherer for the Scry, I'm kind of fine with it. But yeah, definitely the Affinity decks got a lot of power on this one. I believe there's a card that punishes our opponent for casting something for less than its cost. I'm trying to remember which. I know they have it in white blue. I'm trying to remember if they have it in just mono white. So I'm more concerned with the fact that our opponent is taking their time with this one. If yeah, usually they keep after a second. Gemstone Caverns, but well, it only copies the stuff they control. Okay, at least we got that one. So we're hoping to drop Embry Save, but they don't have any blue mana yet, so we might be able. We might be able to fade it there. Okay, two colorless lands into a Mox Amber. Play the Arcane Signet. We should be able to do Quarry Steel plus a removal spell. Or our opponent, yeah, they did not hit what they needed. I think they were missing blue or another artifact. Well, that's just how it is. We kind of lucked out there. Very anticlimactic ending, but we'll call it here. That's gonna be it for this episode of Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and turn on notifications. And yeah, I wonder how you guys are enjoying this one. If you're not enjoying it, this set in particular, don't worry. In about a month, we will go to Strixhaven. That's it. That's gonna be for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.